Well, hey friends, and welcome back. Today, I want to share with you my current morning routine. And in the past few months, I've started waking up earlier, setting my alarm for 6:30 a.m. so I have time to enjoy a peaceful and relaxing start to my day. At this time of year, the sun will have just risen at 6:30, so I love enjoying the serene time of day. And something that I've been doing for years now is making my bed first thing in the morning. I love the feeling of being able to crawl into a fully made bed at night. This is just one of those small habits that I like to practice that really helps me to feel ready and prepared for the day. In a sense, by accomplishing one small thing this early, it really helps to set my day up for productivity. But then once my bed is made, I'll make my way over to the kitchen and make myself an iced coffee. During the spring and summer especially, I love enjoying a cold brew coffee soon after I get up. First and foremost, I love the flavor of it, but I also appreciate the fact that it helps making getting up at 6:30 a little bit easier. Plus, coffee helps to keep me regular, if you know what I mean. And the cold brew coffee that I've been using and loving for the past few months is from Stock. It's the bold and smooth one, and I love adding some Oatly oat milk to it as well. Then with my coffee in hand, I'll make my way over to the living room to do some morning reading. I'll snuggle up with a blanket and then first grab my journal. As a Christian, I love starting off my day with reading some of the Bible, and I always find it especially helpful to journal through passages of Scripture. And so I love these illuminated Scripture journals. They have the Bible passage on the left side, and then on the right, they leave it open for creative note-taking. And so I love that because it gives me a place where I can write my thoughts on the passage, on life in general, or if I want to write down any prayers, I can do that too. I really do think though that there's something about interacting with the text kind of physically, not just reading it, that really makes me get so much more out of it. But then once I finish reading and journaling through my passage of Scripture, I'll put my journal away and get out a novel. So where I feel like reading the Bible really does help me to prepare for the day emotionally and spiritually, the novel is just something that I read for pure enjoyment. Right now, I'm reading through the book 1,000 Splendid Suns, and I can only describe it as riveting. I feel like I'm glued to every single page, and it really is just so beautiful and heartbreaking. But then after reading a chapter or two of my book, depending obviously on how long the chapters are, I'll get up and start getting ready to work out. So I'll quickly take care of a few hygiene things like going to the bathroom, brushing my teeth, and putting on deodorant. Then I'll get dressed, usually putting on some combination of Gymshark leggings and a t-shirt. I have a few combination of these that I like to rotate through. And then I'll also just take a second to put my hair up. I'm also really trying to get better at staying hydrated. So before I leave for the gym, I'll fill up my water bottle and bring it with me. Then I'm out the door and on the way to the gym. And for about the past year now, I've been working hard at the habit of trying to get into the gym at least 3 times a week. And sometimes it does feel like slow progress, but I really am finally starting to see some results. But even on those days when I don't necessarily feel like I am, I always try to remind myself that what I'm doing is taking care of my body well. And so normally for my workouts, I'll start off with a quick warm-up on the treadmill before moving on to weight training. And I've found that I just vastly prefer lifting weights to doing any type of cardio. It helps me to feel stronger, and I really feel like I can notice my progress a lot more with it. I heard someone say once that the best type of exercise is the one that you can stick to. And for me at least, I've really found strength training to be that. And so what this typically looks like for me is that I'll usually do somewhere between 6 and 8 dumbbell exercises targeting different muscle groups. And I'll do them in pyramid sets, starting with higher reps and lower weights and moving to lower reps with higher weights, and then back down again. And in the past few months, it really has been exciting to see just my progress and being able to do more and lift heavier. Although it's still definitely nothing too crazy. But then after working out, usually for anywhere from about 45 minutes to an hour, I'll head back home. And then right after I get home, the first thing that I like to do is to make a smoothie filled with fresh fruits and leafy greens. And I like to switch up my smoothie recipes fairly often, but the one that I made on this day had banana, strawberries, mango, pineapple. Then I added some frozen spinach, collagen powder for protein, and some oat milk. Then I just blended everything together on high until it was smooth and creamy. And when I make smoothies, I usually like to make enough for 2. One for me and one for Christopher. And once it was ready, I took his into his office where he was already hard at work and gave him a quick hug. Then I took my smoothie back to the kitchen and spent a few minutes enjoying it. And during this time, I'll usually catch up on a few things on my phone. I'll respond to any text messages that I might have gotten overnight, and then I also like to do the Wordle of the day. I find it to be really fun and challenging in a good way, and it really does kind of get my brain working. And then once I finally get it, we have a little Wordle group chat that we share with some friends, so I'll share my results in there. And then once I finish with my smoothie, I'll get up and wash the dishes. I find that smoothie ingredients glue themselves to whatever dishes you use so much more than almost anything else that you can eat, so I always make a priority out of doing this. But then once the dishes are washed, I'll head over to the bathroom and get ready for my shower. I'll turn on the water to let it warm up, and then set out my clothes for the day. Then after my shower, I'll get dressed. On this day in particular, I decided to wear these high-waisted black shorts from Madewell, this fun graphic t-shirt of Joshua Tree, and then because it can still be a bit chilly in the mornings, I added this cozy zipped hoodie. Then I dried my hair and applied this strength cure treatment to it. I've been trying to use less heat on my hair lately, and I find that this really helps. And then the only other thing that I'll do for my hair is to twirl it a bit to help set some of the waves. And to any outfit, I love adding a bit of jewelry. And today, I decided on this pendant from Windblown. It's subtle, but I really do love it. Don't ask me why, but for years now, I've always just sat on my bedroom floor to do my makeup right in front of the mirror. Does anyone else do this? Maybe it's just because there's good natural lighting in here, but it's the spot that I always gravitate to. And for my makeup, I like to keep things pretty simple. Typically, I'll just put on a bit of concealer, some brow gel, and then do my eyes. My eyes are one of my favorite features, so I love spending a bit more time on them. Then I'll usually finish my makeup off just by putting on a bit of moisturizing lipstick. Then I'll put everything away and get ready to begin work. And so to prepare for work, there are really two things I'll do. First, I'll fill up my giant water bottle, and I don't always do this, but I fairly often will add in a flavor drop just to make sure I have something tasty to drink. I really do find that having something that's a bit flavored does help me to drink more. And then the other thing that I'll do is get out my bullet journal and write out my to-do list for the day. I like to start off by just writing out everything that I need to accomplish that day, and then narrow it down a bit on what are the 1 to 3 most important tasks that I want to focus on accomplishing first. Once I've laid out my plan for the day, I'll put my bullet journal to the side and get out my laptop to begin work. By this point, it's about 9 a.m., so it's time for me to get to it and to start my day. And I love that because we spent so much time already preparing for the day mentally, emotionally, and physically, when I sit down at my computer, I really do feel ready to go and ready to be productive. So I'll work for a couple of hours, and then usually at some point in the middle of the morning, I'll be ready for a snack. So I'll go to the kitchen, usually slice up some kind of fruit. Lately I've been really into oranges, but I also eat a lot of apples too. And then to have some healthy fats and proteins as well, I'll often get a handful of nuts. My favorite lately has been raw, unsalted cashews. They are honestly just so good. And I'll just take those over to my desk to enjoy while I work. Oh, and one last essential part of my mornings. No morning routine of mine would be complete without Christopher coming in at some point for a hug break. During the day, we do mostly work alone, but I love these short moments where we get to spend some time together. Alright, well that's it. That's my morning routine, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me as we prepared for the day together. But now I would love to know, what does your morning routine look like? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already for more simple and intentional living videos coming at you twice a week. And until next time, friends, I'm wishing you all a beautiful day.